Ahoy hoy and welcome back to my Let's Play of the Simpsons Hit and Run for the PlayStation 2. Last time we grabbed most of the stuff here in Springfield, we've still got a few more things to do. And we helped the ghost of Chief Wiggum get a few donuts, and we've done 2 of our 3 street races. So now it is time that I think we finish off collecting these last few things hidden around Springfield, and we get on with a few more missions. Ralph is somewhere around here. I think he's quite far away. He's up near the house, as is our bonus mission. So we'll be getting to that later on. But for now, we have a new area to visit. Mr. Burns' mansion. Now my car is already sliding down his field, because as you can see it was up here. What I did was get out. It's now sliding sideways all the way down here. Handbrakes do not exist in the world of the Simpsons Hit and Run, which is weird because Bart tells us to do it. He says, and the square button is your handbrake. Well, clearly it's not. It only works on flat terrain. The slightest slope and it's going down. Now, if you have a thin enough vehicle, I'm sure it probably is possible to drive up here. I don't know. Maybe with the hover bike that you get in level 7, you may be able to get it up here. Look, he's preparing his stinger and he's firing from all the way over there. That would not happen in level 1. And that was close. And again, that time it filled up my hit and run meter. Why is it only sometimes do that? I don't think you're ever in any threat of getting caught by the police here. Maybe it's possible, I don't know. Firstly, you have to do enough damage. I don't think there's actually enough in here to do that. How is my double jump attack not destroying all of these? Maybe just enough stuff. Nah, it's not quite enough. Oh, wait. If I get busted, well, worth it to see if it's actually possible. Alright, the police are now after us. Can they get up that slope? Is the interesting thing. It's looking good so far. The hit and run stops once the meter is empty and when all the police cars are blown up. Like, they're still there at the moment, so it's still going. Any additional damage will just raise the meter a bit more, and as such it'll just last longer. So all I can do is just wait until they're all destroyed. Thankfully they have very stupid AI, so maybe it really is Chief Wiggum driving it. Unfortunately that car is not blowing up for some reason. There it is. I don't see any smoke. Did it even blow up or did it just disappear? It is impossible to get out through here, but what is this? If something is glowing. It's another gag and it reveals all sorts of extra stuff. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what any of this is. But behind his painting, it's a collector card. It's our portrait of Burns from Brush with Greatness, I think. And we have his plans for blocking the sun in Springfield from Who Shot Mr. Burns, Part 1. Although the fan is considerably smaller here, and I'm pretty sure he did this inside this power plant office. Not here, but it doesn't matter. Take that convenience store. Take that Moe's Tavern. Take that nuclear power plant. Do fiddlesticks. But that's about it for Burns' mansion. You know, there's all these balconies and everything. They don't mean anything. We can't go into any other room other than that one, which looks like his main office in the power plant, which is weird because we actually do go into his main office in the power plant in level 7. So I honestly don't know what exactly that room is supposed to be. But sadly we never get to go into his wardrobe or anything, so we never get to see my vest and all of that stuff. Then again, I'd rather not look at the various animal clothing he has. Whether it's a tortoise shell, like, coat, I think. I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be. Or his polar bear slippers, his cat hat. And I believe he has shoes, his loafers, former gophers. He's essentially Isla De Vil. That's all that needs to be said. Isla De Vil, who sings like Lumiere. But I gotta say, I really do love that song though. See my vest. Oh, won't you please see my vest? I really like the vest. I gathered, yeah. Right, we still have this room. It still plays 4 seasons. I'm stuck. I'm humping something. It's completely stuck. I can't go anywhere. Alright, well, there's no collector card here, so let's just grab those coins. And because it's not going anywhere, it selects, and it resets your position. Fortunately, that's not the way I want to go. I want to turn around. We need to head into the poor section of Springfield so that we can do our next mission. Unfortunately, I just hit the wall. I like how these guys all need these suits, but we can just get through here perfectly fine with no health conditions whatsoever, which sort of contradicts what happens in level 7, but we won't be seeing that until level 7. Oh! This damn X button is too far inside the controller. It doesn't work all the time. I really need a new PS2 controller. This thing is utterly on its last legs. That time the double jump didn't work. I just want to get up there, damn it. There's not even anything interesting up here. It's just coins. Why are you denying me coins? That's all it's here. Was it that mandatory that you need to give me a lot of stuff? Oh, come on. Oh, I am good. That is killer timing. And we can still do this. Still got the scorpion farm. Still got a dead body. I don't know who it is. And I really can't tell if the scorpions are actually moving. It's probably just my eyes playing tricks on me, but it really does look like those scorpions are moving. The hell? What's going on with my car? I like how that arrow isn't even on the ground. Okay, it is just one. I can't remember if there was one mini machine or two. And if we go out here, we still have our thing from king-sized Homer. Only this time we can go off without any issues whatsoever. Then again, it does very briefly go off in king-sized Homer anyway. And it doesn't harm Homer in the slightest. So, why is this thing a threat? And why is it a setting on the computer anyway? Danger. Severe radiation, wear lead paint. Severe radiation, wear lead paint, or something like that. And here's our crop circle, our bark crop circle. This is also here in level 7. As Chief Wiggum said, it's not far from Cletus' shack. He said it was, but it's still a bit of a drive. Come on, Marge. No, no, Marge. By all means, just clip through him. These damn wasps. Honestly, if you are missing something, it's most likely a wasp, because there's 140 of them in the entire game. I do wonder, the ones we get in cutscenes, are they wasps that we encounter later, or is there actually more than 140 and we're missing some? I mean, we already see one get destroyed in the opening. But we can then see it in the main menu. What on earth? All I did was hold reverse. The physics for your car aren't perfect. They do have a few minor issues. But it can make driving a bit weird sometimes. That was actually one of the main issues I was having in the Millhouse race. That's why it took so long, because the physics weren't working properly. Do you mind stopping? rather than crashing into me, where for some reason it's my fault. It's my fault that I was in the middle of the road, on your, mostly to your side, getting in your way. It's not my fault people drive on the wrong side of the road in America, which ironically is the right side. With the steering wheel on the wrong side as well. I understood. Why is that the case? If you drive on the left side of the road, your steering wheel's on the right. If you drive on the right side of the road, your steering wheel's on the left. Are there any countries that contradict that? I imagine there are probably some poorer countries where they really don't care. But I do wonder, why is it seems to be like that? I'll grab those coins in a second. Then I want my collector card. Oh, just barely made that jump. I don't know if running actually does increase the distance of your jump though. Yay! We got pepper spray from something, I don't know what. And once again, I do not know the location of the final collector card. Off the top of my head, I do not remember. Actually, I'm here. I believe if we just go around one of these motorhomes, there's a little secret hiding for us. But where is it? Seriously, where is it? I know you're here somewhere. Might be behind one of them. There you are. It's a little quad bike. Whoa! A very fast quad bike with very tight turning. Come on, car. Woohoo! Oh, crap. This thing turns really sharply. I'm stuck. But it can clip through those, apparently. Oh, oh. Ah! This thing turns way too fast. I wish we could actually see the stats for these things. Hey! Get away! There's washing machines in my way. Ah! No, I will not be driving this for the next mission. Hey, Gil. You know, let's just see what cars Gil actually has for sale. Right, we've got Krusty's limo and the Curator's car, which is strange because we're actually going to be seeing this thing in the next level. So you'd think we'd be getting it, usually if that happens you get it in the level after, but no, we can actually get it in the level before. Now I'm trying to think. I think I do have enough to buy everything here. Let's see, that's 300, 650, plus another, so we're going to need 1,000 coins. Yeah, I think we're okay. Right. We can 100% this level. After this, however, is when it all stops. Because everything else gets super expensive. And this level is not so bad, but because each level also has its share of mandatory vehicles and mandatory costumes, I can't go around buying too much. Oh, this already feels a lot better than the quad bike. Come on, let's go on top of the bridge. On top of the bridge. I don't remember if there's actually anything up here. We've got all the wasp cameras. Oh, a collector card. There's our final card. Yay! Completed the set. And our final card. It's a love letter. And a new bonus track unlocked. I'll show those at the end. They're really nothing spectacular. Alright. Let's view our cards. Well, we're about to get run over. Oh, Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow. Herman may no longer have his Mr. Plow business, but Marge won't let him get rid of the jacket. It's from Mr. Plow. Let's see, Homer's rapping. Boom, cha-cha, boom, cha-cha, boom, cha-boom. I'm Mr. Plow, and I'm Mr. Plow, and I'm here to say I'm the plowiest guy in the USA. I got a big plow, I'm gonna move a lot of things, just like a cow if you have one. I remember that rap, but anyway. Burns' portrait, from Brushed with Greatness. Marge proves her artistic skills by revealing the inner beauty of the naked, ugly Monty Burns. Thanks for not making fun of my genitalia. I thought I was. I thought I did. Mr. Burns has a very different voice. He was the same voice actor. I forget which one that is. I think it's Hank Azaria. Harry Shearer, maybe. I'm not sure which one it is. He sounds very different in series 1 and 2. A love letter from Bart the Lover. The only love letter Marge ever received from Homer, written on the back of a postcard from the Duff Brewery in Capital City in 1978. Maybe it's the beer talking, Marge, but you got a butt that won't quit. They got the big chewy pretzel here thinking of $5. Get out of here. I'm not sure what that was. I lost track of what I was reading. Anyway, the Homer bowling ball from Life on the Fast Lane. Homer gave a beautiful green bowling ball engraved Homer to Marge on her birthday. Don't worry, this frosting will come right off. Beauty, isn't she? Well, it's hard for me to judge since I've never bowled in my life. Isn't Homer a great husband? He's better than Peter Griffin. And Stan Smith. The Red Blazer from Reality Bites. The red blazer representing the principles and ideas of the real estate industry. And it isn't the old fired one, I assume. What you use, Marge? Huh? The old Buff and Bluff, the Hail Murray, the Susquehanna Shuffle. Ha ha ha. Are you guys talking about the West Side? No, Cookie, please. I'm scared of you. Boudoir Album. I have no idea how to pronounce that. From They Save Lisa's Brain. Homer gets second prize at a local contest put on by the local radio station. A free That Word photography session. Oh, starting anyway. Gee, you said you were gonna make me look sexier, but it's awfully dark in here. Light is not your friend. And the pepper spray from the Springfield Connection, which I don't at all remember. That episode does not ring a bell. From Marge's brief stints as a police officer. Oh, now I know what the episode where she became a police officer was. The Springfield Connection. From Marge's brief stint as a police officer, Homer enjoys a squirt of pepper spray on his eggs in the morning. Homer, give me my pepper spray. Oh, Marge, one squirt of your south of the border. Incapacitating. Alright. That concludes our cards. Thankfully this guy did not run us over. So, now we can finally move on to our next mission. And it involves Cletus. Fortunately, this is also one of my least favourite missions in this level.
Excuse me?
I don't care if you is from New York. You ain't taking pictures of our decrepitude for no magazine. No way.
No, Cletus, it's me, Marge. Marge!
You say that, Marge. I don't think Cletus has ever had any interaction with you at this point. So, that reaction... Well, I don't know why he thinks you're from New York for a magazine company, but oh well. Redneck Roundup. Follow Cletus and collect what falls from his truck. Don't miss any items, and boy can you not miss any of his items. Unfortunately, I can never be sure exactly where they're going to come out of. By the way, since when can this thing drive this fast? I believe it only had like 1 star of speed. Yet now look how fast it can go. Why can't I use this in the levels? Since when can it drive that fast? He's getting further away, see, no matter how fast the car you're driving. He's going to get away from you pretty easily, unless you're driving like a car from level 7 or something, in which case you may be able to keep up with him the whole time. Unfortunately, you have all of these giant rubbish lorries that are going to be getting in your way a lot. Yes, I said they're rubbish lorries because we find out that's exactly what they are in level 7, in level 5. And we have this music once again, the redneck music. I am finally catching up to this thing, and I nearly lost it again. But why can this thing go this fast in level and when I'm driving it? Because I do use the pickup truck to try and take advantage of the hard time limits on some of the time trials so I get more coins, and this would sort of prevent that, but still. No! Oh boy. Now it's gonna get tough. I'll try and catch up to him. Hope he doesn't drop too much. The actual times and places where they'll drop the items is a bit random, but it's generally around the same area. But it does mean that sometimes, whether you actually talk to them at the end of the mission, sometimes it might be a little bit before you get to there, sometimes it might actually happen a little bit afterwards. Like, he's going to stop at that petrol station there, but this time he did a little bit before. Alright, so now Cletus is actually going to bother talking to us. We're completely ignoring anything that drops out, by the way. That means nothing now. So we're just ignoring it.
You've got to help me. I have to find out what happened to my baby boy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was a city slicker. But I ain't telling you nothing less than you help us with the harvest.
Harvest? If I'm going to be doing yard work, I better change, or my next mission will be to get mud stains out of green rayon.
Alright. So we can now go and do that. I just thought of something, actually. There are 2 gags I haven't activated yet. Where are those? Oh, I'll worry about the mission for now, but I need to find where those gags are. Right, yeah, we need to be in our inmate outfit for this. So if you haven't got it, gotta go and get it. Ketchup logic. Help Cletus harvest ketchup packets for the winter. Don't let time run out. Yes, this is what they feed on during the winter, apparently. No episode has actually showcased that, but yeah. We now need to collect 18 used packets, I assume, of ketchup. That's... I mean, I like having some hot ketchup on a number of things, but to just be feeding off of ketchup packets, which also have the ability to fly and to float in the sky, apparently. That's something I don't really fancy. Oh, that was a waste of time. But they all follow a pretty straight line for the most part. I'm hoping that's not a sign that I've missed one somewhere. Yeah, I missed one somewhere. How have I done that? Come on. Look, why is this thing all of a sudden so slow? Compared to earlier on. How have I missed one? Oh yeah, I really shouldn't have gone that way, should I? Actually, that's exactly where I came out. Why didn't I just pick it up? Just wasted my time. I can't win this now. Look at how slowly this thing moves compared to how it did before. What happened? I think this was the mission that actually told me that that was a shortcut. You could jump over that. I'm so glad there isn't a ketchup packet up there, because that would be really hard to grab. Alright, 4 left. 16 seconds. Can we make it? Unfortunately, this last one's kind of tricky. And oh, we didn't get enough speed going.
Eventually.
Okay, limited number of tries here. Please don't get in my way. There we go. For sure, now I gotta turn around. Okay, finally got that last one. Now, it's a tricky jump to try and get back. Oh, a tricky jump, what am I talking about? Alright, now, remember those black sedans that we had to blow up before? And now we gotta try and avoid them. They are now our enemy, but I think we see them a few times in this level. And in the next one. We don't know who they are. We don't really react to them in any way. They're just there. And not even close. Yeah, easy enough to avoid, despite the car we're in. Ah. Come on. At least we're not under any time limit anymore. I guess it's because they weren't sure how long it would take for us to avoid the sedan.
Now about your query. My grandpappy done seen one of them corn drawings once, but he's with Allah now. You might'n should ask some other old folks about it. Maybe try around the graveyard.
Thanks, Cletus.
'Twarn't nothing.
Allah? So apparently, Cletus is Islamic or something like that. Muslim. That's a little interesting fact. Where's our other car that we bought? Krusty's limo.
I could really use a lift.
It's one of two Krusty cars. We have this one and we have the clown car. In terms of appearance, this is pretty much the same thing, only it looks a bit longer. And the horn is a clown horn. Like a burp. It doesn't really sound like that, but anyway. Hey, you may notice I just got that coin from that petrol pump thing. But nothing came out. Well, if you are able to just slightly skim an object, you won't damage it, but you'll still be charged for damaging it, and you'll still get the coin. It's a very little weird thing, like that. I only got the one coin for that. So if you do that, you tend to only get one coin if it is something that gives you several coins. But we only got the one for that. Alright, let's do Ralph's race. Let's get ourselves a fast car for now. What is the fastest car we have? But also sports good acceleration. Let's see. Oh, the clown car is actually in this level. So that'll be what we get for our races then. Alright, let's get the curator's car out then.
Hook me up with some wheels, man.
Got very good handling. That's nice. I like that. Right, Ralph Wiggum. Final race of the level.
Little Ralphie Wiggum, how are you?
Candy makes me happy, then tired.
So, what are you doing here?
Two ugly monsters named Patty and Selma say you have to race.
It didn't even look like Ralph was actually on the path then, but anyway, our final race. And what? That's not Apu. Actually, that's the hover car with the lack of tires on the ground that can float in the air and the invisibility and the electric thing on the back. Why? And it's actually driven by Professor Frink. And we're actually going to be seeing the hover car in the next level. Now, the hover car is pretty cool, but it does have a few drawbacks when you're actually driving it. Firstly, it's an incredibly weak car. It's fast, but it's weak. But that's not the main issue that comes from the hover car. The number one issue with the hover car is that when it turns invisible like that and it's on screen, it really cuts the frame rate down. Like, it has some major frame rate issues. Again, I don't know if that applies to every version or if it's still like a PS2 thing because it's the weakest console. But it really cuts the frame rate down. I'm not even, it's not even on screen, and look, it's really dropping frames. Unfortunately, that's the end of the race right there. This is another tricky one, so it's going to take a few tries. Because again, it's a pretty fast car. Finally!
You're finally turning your light.
Finally at the end.
Did I win? I have no idea.
That hover car. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe for some of these later races, your better option, really, is to just complete the story and then just... So you can go into a later level, grab some faster cars, and then go back. It doesn't really help with the last two levels, but, you know, for some of these. It's that hover car. A hover car is quick. But just before we end, let's clip through the ground, come back up, and go for a swim. Right. In reality, just before we end, let's get those last couple of gags, which are located in school. Marge, I'll do the time trial later. Right, let's first grab this. What's going on back here now? Kinda wish that was Sideshow Bob who did that, but Willie's just fine. Yay! And we can talk to Principal Skinner. Alright, one last thing to do. Grab our classy outfit. And there we go. Alright. Well, that concludes it for now. So, we still have our time trial. We still have to do our bonus mission. And then after that, it's all story. So, I will see you guys then.